this is an annual Patreon supporter only file, and I want to give a shout out to Louise. She did help me set up the base, and then I tweaked it a little bit. Thank you, Louise, for helping me. So I have been rush, and I'm still trying to get caught up, so she's been helping me, and I greatly appreciate that. So you've got a base here, and you've got a score line here, and that score line is on the inside. That's just a guide, and you're going to fold your base in half, okay? Once you have that base in half like that, then you're just going to open it back up. And I'm just going to make an adjustment on my camera right here, and I'll be right back. Hopefully that's better. Okay, so I don't know if you could see that score line there. Right there it is. So we've got a score line right there. And then you have this piece. And we're going to fold that corner back. And then we're going to fold back again in the center. And then we're going to fold it. All of the straight score lines, you're just going to fold all of those back. And then it gets tricky. Right here where your X is, you're going to just fold it corner to corner there. Should fold pretty easy. And then we're going to go this corner to corner. Okay. And now I am going to actually fold this back the other way. You want to have some play in this, so you may want to work with it a few times, especially if you're using heavy cardstock like I am. I'm using a craft cardstock on my base. And then this is going to fold just like this. You're going to pop those in. Build yourself a little house. That's what you're going to do. Okay. Alright, so this is what you should have. It should look just like this when you're done. And let's see. One of these panels has a score line on it right here. That is going to go on this side of your card. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and glue that down. That centered up. It wants to grab too fast. I didn't even get that even. Give it a little more glue so I can get some more slide on that. It'll just take it a few minutes longer to dry. Alright, so we're just going to put that panel on there. Then we're going to get our mechanism, and we're just going to put glue on this part right here. Just right here. Alright, and that is going to fold in. You're just going to fold it in, and then you're going to line that up on that score line right there. You're going to let that get good and dry. You can open it up and give it a good rub down. You just want to make sure that you put your glue on that side and you give it a good rub right there. Okay. And now we're going to take this one, and it should come right up to that score line. It might be a tiny bit off, but it's just a guide. And the reason it might be off is because I just didn't get it far enough down here, but it's just a guide to where it should go. Don't really even need it. I just added it just in case. We're just going to fold that one down flat. Just going to give that a good press down and let it dry. While that dries, we're going to take this smaller panel here, and we are going to glue it into this area here. Just going to glue it right down. And then I foiled mine. And I had a couple of places my foil missed, so I just took my red pen and touched them up. Hopefully nobody will notice. I used the medium, and I am going to change it in the file to draw. You can, because people on mobile can't, they can't do the foil. So just going to fold this in and make sure that my mechanism is folding right, and it is. Okay. You want it to stay in that little house form in there. Okay, that's what we want. We're going to bring this, we're going to flatten it back out. We're going to bring this one right up to that score line. Okay. We're not going to, as a matter of fact, I am going to, I said it was. I'm going to tape runner mine on just to test it. That way I can get it back off and make sure that I've got it where I want, right up on that score. The panels are even. Oops. And I have that wrong. I knew I was going to get that wrong. This side. There we go. I still didn't get it over quite far enough. Don't want it to interfere. There we go. Let's give it just a little bit of a gap and it should be fine. You can see, I mean, just barely, just enough. So that's what you want. And then we're just going to put glue on that tab, and we're not going to go past the score line. Don't go past the score line. Give it just a little area. You can almost line it up with the center of that one there, if that helps too, because you want that covered. Okay. How stinking cute is this? And now we're going to take, I did P.S. I love you, okay? And I have a couple of panels, here we go, because I really wanted this to pop. And I'm just going to glue them on. And this paper pack that I used for this is Bo Bunny. I have to look, guys, because I forgot already. It's Bo Bunny. I know it's Bo Bunny. Bo Bunny Botanical Journal. That's what I used. In case anybody is wondering. I'm just going to place this one on here. We're going to put it on that panel. Like that. And I'm going to give those a second to dry, and I'm going to work. I ran this through my Cuttlebug with my Anna Griffin embossing folder. This is, I don't even see it. I call it basket weave. I don't know. Maltese? Something like that. I don't know. But I ran that through just to give it some texture and some little bit of pretty. And it goes on this red panel. This corner's good. I'm just going to let that stick. I'm just going to apply it right to the front and get it even. How pretty is this? All right, and then we'll finish working on the front once we get this done. Now I'm going to take the PS because I want that one on first, and we're just going to glue right here in this triangle. We're going to, don't want to get it under there. You could probably do that panel last. We're just going to stick that down. Want to make sure that it's not coming out over the front of your card there. Okay. And then same thing on this panel. Don't want to get it in that triangle. You want that to... Actually, I should have moved that one down some, I think. I think I will. Just a little bit. And I've got that one sideways. Duh. I'm just messing up all over tonight. I tell ya. There we go. And now, I'm going to give that a minute to dry. I just rubbed all of my foil off of there. I did not use Cricut cardstock. I'm just going to go over it with my red pen. I'll be right back. And all I've done, guys, is I just took my Cricut pen and I went over this. What I'm going to do is actually just cut another square and put over this and have my pen write it. And just glue it down. But that's the mechanism. Now you may have to work with it a little bit and let it play, but it's going to pop in there. So when they open that up, you get that double pop out. Okay? And if I had it to do over again, I would cut that mechanism out of this same paper. That way it blends in better. I thought the base would make it blend in better, but it's going to blend in better with this. And if you've got it too far like I do that, it's going to pinch it. You want to make sure it's not pinched. You want to stay within that score line. I got over the score line. That's what it is. Okay? Just do yours right. You'll be fine. And then I've got my flower here. And I am just going to take my bone folder and just curl these. You can use a pencil, use whatever you have. And let's see. I am going to use my flower pad. Well, I don't see my flower pad, so I'm just going to get my mouse pad. You can use an ink pen, whatever you have. Just going to roll that center in. And I'm going to do the same thing on this one. This is Cricut cardstock here. The foiling, I have noticed, it is great foil, don't get me wrong. It foils beautifully if you use 80-pound cardstock. The Cricut or the American Crafts, Basil, all of the thicker your cardstock, the better the foil. It just doesn't like the thin stuff, and that thin 65, it just doesn't like to foil it. So, got that. And now I'm going to take the smaller one, and I'm just going to offset it right into the center. Just kind of twist it there. You could even do some pop dots if you want to, some foam dots. And then I'm just going to place that center in there. And I think I will use a foam dot here. If I can find my thick lines. These are, don't want it very thick. Just gonna, these are the thin ones from close to my heart, I think. I don't know. I get them everywhere, so I might put one more on there. I cut my finger on my Cricut trimmer. I was picking it up and I picked it up by the blade. Only I could do that. We're just going to press that down right there. If you spray maybe a little bit of a sealer on your foil on these, I mean it foils really well, but I noticed that on the thinner ones it just rubs right off. The thicker ones it doesn't do that. And I'm going to place that. I really wanted room. Yeah, let's do that there. I think I'll pop that up too. Didn't want to stick. Pull off all my release liners. It's really a quick, easy card. Took me longer to pick out my papers than to do anything. I'm going to do some Nuvo drops, so I want to leave a little bit of room over there and offset it from the flower. Stinking cute. And then I'm using Nuvo Stone Drops, and this is the Fiery Volcano color. And I'm just squirting a little bit on a piece of paper just to make sure that I don't have any air in there to really mess me up and spray all over my card. And when these dry, I'll show you my cap because I put the colors on my cap. Makes it easier to see the color when it's dry. But it's rough and feels like stone. I don't know if it's going to focus on that, but it gives it a stone look. It feels like a little rock, a pebble. And I don't know, maybe 3 over here. Why not? That's why I like Nuvo drops. I can decide how big or how small they are. And I'm just going to leave it at that, guys. Now you want to let those dry. That'll take about 30 minutes to dry. How pretty. And then when you open it, I just wanted to say, P.S. I love you. All right, guys, there you go. Thank you again, Louise, for setting up the base for me while I worked on the other cards today. I greatly appreciate you so very, very much for saving my bacon this week. And this is, like I said, an annual supporter only file. Guys, if you want this file, you have to become a Patreon annual supporter. And they're going to be getting anywhere from 2 to 4 free files or exclusive files a month, I should say. Exclusive files only available to them. So if you want those files, go on over there and jump over and switch your monthly over to annual, and then you don't have to worry about it for a whole year. Guys, you have a wonderful day. I will catch you on Monday. Monday we are going to be doing scrapbook layouts. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do one of those. So I will catch you on the next one.